open my eyes, and I'm greeted by a cute little smile.
Well guys, I can't say I expected it, but we made it this far. It all comes down to the final tower, and a monstrous challenge awaits. I've been busy grinding to level 50 and farming for the highest tier gear, and now the only thing left to do is assemble a team worthy of facing the most menacing tower in the game. Knowing that we will be matching up against the dark type, dragon types are a must for the upcoming fight. The Alpha Elphadran is my first choice for no other reason than being a cute little guy. I mean, look at him. Our next pal takes us to the sweltering Mount Obsidian. What ferocious fire types are we catching here, you ask? Well, none of those brutes. It's this short king right here. Seeing as Gobfin Ignis is a different pal than his water counterpart, this is the only way for me to stack Gobfin's ability, Angry Shark, for even more boosted damage. As you know by now, for each tower, I take one pal and make them the centerpiece of the team. This tower's pal takes us to one of 3 dangerous zones known as wildlife sanctuaries. These sanctuaries are illegal to enter, so upon crossing you are immediately committing a crime. But it's a crime worth committing as these are home to some pretty rare and powerful pals. Apparently if you get caught trespassing in these sanctuaries, you become wanted, which normally isn't a big deal, but I don't want to take any unnecessary risk this late in our run, so I'll have to proceed with caution. With that in mind, it is time to initiate Operation Black Dragon. Going dark. Surveying the area. No target sighted. Wait a minute. Oh my god, I'm at the wrong island. Let's do this again. Going dark. Surveying the area. Proceeding on foot. Target spotted. Engaging target. Target acquired. Astagon will be the final champion in this Nuzlocke. This beefy boy boasts both dragon and dark type, the perfect type combination to have when facing the last tower. Lucky for us, the final 2 members of the team are 2 I have already caught. Gobfin makes the team yet again, stacking his Angry Shark ability with Gobfin Ignis, as I said earlier. And to round out our team, we bring back a member that we caught very early on in our adventures, Chillet, our very first alpha pal. Chillet's ability, Wriggling Weasel, allows players to ride atop the Icy Ferret. But the real draw of this pal is that when mounted, it applies dragon damage to the player's attacks. Pair this with a rocket launcher and it should be a recipe for success. With our newly assembled, hand-picked elite pal task force fully leveled, the only thing we need to do now is suit up and travel to the tower. Wait, I can't help but feel like I'm forgetting something. The nicknames! So I ran back to do what must be done. A promise is a promise. Meet our newly acquired army of Randalls. Now that every pal I've caught has been thoughtfully nicknamed, we can get on with the action. I ran back to the tower, but something was odd. Instead of feeling nervous, like I have for the 4 previous towers, this time I felt very eager and excited. After all the hard work I put in, I made sure that everything was in order before this fight. This was the most prepared I had been for any tower. I have come too far to lose now. Shadowbeak, unsurprisingly, has the highest health pool amongst tower bosses. With its 200,000 health, that makes it 53,000 more than Marcus and Phalaris. I relied heavily on my rocket launcher for this fight, as the damage output is insane, but with the drawback of a very slow reload. I was using the same tactic that worked great on my last fights, swapping out my pals to let them use their full barrage of moves. That is until I realized staying on Chillet may be my best bet. The dragon-infused rockets were demolishing Shadowbeak's health bar. Unfortunately, I was far too focused on my own damage to realize what was about to happen next. Chillet fell in battle, but the fight was too intense to reflect on the loss. Unfortunately though, that would not be the only loss we would have. In fact, one by one, my pals succumbed to the mighty power of Victor and his shadowy partner, each loss making things look more and more grim. My only hope left was that Randall and I could manage to whittle down the health of Shadowbeak before time ran out. All my preparation for this fight came in handy, as Astagon and I were able to do just that. And there I was, BMing the lifeless corpse of my final opponent, knowing I had just successfully completed my very first Nuzlocke. Not just in Palworld, but in any game. Look, as much as you can clearly see I was trying to set up some sad narrative leaning over the corpse of my dropped pals, I was ecstatic. I mean, hey, this ain't Pokemon, this is Palworld. These guys are just tools for my I mean, I love them dearly, and the Randalls will be missed very much. You can't blame me for feeling accomplished though. This was the first Nuzlocke I have ever completed, and it felt really special to do it in this game specifically. This channel is built on the back of Pokemon videos, and I've sunk an ungodly amount of time into this game across like 4 different worlds. So for now, I think I'm gonna take a little break from the Palworld content, but know it will return someday. I haven't really decided what I'll be doing next, but whatever it is, I hope you guys stay tuned. Seriously, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, later. Oh, and for those piping up in the comments, I'm not dying when I jump off these. Come on now.